Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Game 2 of the MaD Dragon Rugby Championship 2025. Argentina going up against New Zealand today. Los Pumas versus the All Blacks. A stacked Argentina side went on to beat the Lions in their opening test, going for the tour of Australia. But back-to-back losses for England might have knocked some confidence. New Zealand, with some good performances versus France, have a relatively similar side. That back row, though, Tupou Vai, Duplessis Griffey and Ardie Savea going in at that number 8 shirt today should make an exciting back row contest. Of course, the Argentinian back rows not shy when it comes to that physical contact either. Pablo Matera, Marcus Kramer and Oviedo mixing it up for them today. Wingers, backs, forwards, everyone's going to play their part in this one as Severis looks excited to get into this one. One of the big talking points, of course, is the omission of Carreras out on that left wing for Argentina today. Batista Del Guy getting in. We'll be looking to make the most of his opportunity today, as it's caught very well at the start of this game by Will Jordan, Ardie Savea, just trying to carry up a few extra meters. The All Blacks will want to get off to a really solid start in this one. Bowden Barrett somehow getting those hands away to Fletcher Newell. Looking like they've loaded up on the ruck department today. Don't want to let this Argentinian team get over. Of course, if you saw the Lions series, they're a team that can get into that breakdown area and cause a real nuisance. As New Zealand kick long into the arms of Juan Cruz Melia back there. Good tackle, though, coming in by Ethan de Groot. Argentina with their first possession of the game. Bit of a wild pass out there, but that New Zealand defence not lacking any sort of physical competition there, and manages to drive them back, and it's a good pass out wide by Albornoz, but not going to get out the inside there. Coming in by, that one was Billy Proctor, who of course got his start today, with Rico Ioane out on the wing again today, playing into that centre as Melia thinks there's room over the top into that back corner, slightly out of position. New Zealand don't want to risk it and just let it bounce into touch, and we will have our first line out of the day. Set piece going to be all important here as Cody Taylor sets us up for this first line out and does work well. What can the All Blacks do to get a safe exit from this point? They play it one more time here into the arms there of Bowden Barrett's got absolutely nailed by Marcus Kramer. Got to have the support with him and does. And Holland, he stepped in as a functional scrum half there and manages to hit the post on the pass. That's maybe why you want to leave it to the actual halfback combo to try and get in there. And Ardie Savea, veteran player, just wants to step in and kick that one away. How lucky did New Zealand get? Not a great first touch for Fabian Holland there. We'll be looking to make a bit more of an impressive start in this game, taking over the lock department with Tupou Vai shifting to that number 6 shirt today. And Argentina with their first line out. Captain Julian Montoya gets a good throw in. It's another solid tackle. The defensive work rate today by Tupou Vai has been absolutely brutal, really not giving Argentina any room to work with. But this time, Lucio Cinti thinks he's seeing room, gets that grubber kick through. Severis got to be able to get back there. But does! Wrestled over the line, and somehow they've been able to get away with the ball. And Tupou Vai is the man who eventually gets dragged to ground and put it down, How well did Severis do to slow that one up? But I think it will be going for a scrum there, because Tupou Vai got dragged back over the line after getting the turnover. And this is a great attacking position for this Argentinian side. You saw Julian Montoya there and a few words with his backs. They've clearly got a plan in mind of how they want to run this one. Of course, Oviedo at the back here, also a big carrier with the ball in hand, but he wants to play it out towards this right-hand side. And Albornoz, goes himself. It's a superb tackle, though, by the New Zealand defence, not letting him through. And the short ball for Lucio Cinti, who got this break started out in the last phase, gets over for his try. And that is something Argentina will have wanted to do today, is start strong, try and get on that scoreboard first. And Lucio Cinti is the man who dives it over one-handed. Very dangerous from there. Could have been a little bit more safe to have just placed that one down. But they do eventually get there, as we'll be seeing Thomas Albornoz stepping up now. Nearly got a try himself if it wasn't for some brilliant rush defence. I think it was from Billy Proctor, able to get across from him and stop him there. Could have gone over for a try himself, but he's on conversion duty now. As an absolute slice of the ball. It's not a great one. He knows it, and Lucio Cinti knows it apparently as well. Not great for an opening kick and up against the All Blacks. Not something you can really afford to do, is miss as many of those kicks. You want to be getting the highest percentage possible. Tick that scoreboard away and try and keep it on your side. As Beauden Barrett then, to get us restarted, will land in the arms of Malia, who manages to get a lovely little shake there on Ratimer. Just sort of throws him aside, and Garcia this time kicks it further downfield, and Beauden Barrett thinks he's seen something over the top. Well, that's just absolutely fabulous. Managing to find the grass, and will pin Argentina all the way back on their 22. Montoya, though, used to pressure lineouts. He'll know what he needs to do in this world. This time they go long. Oh, but stolen at the front, though. It's great work, and through goes Ratimer, trying to find a cheeky little break there. This is a set piece that's gone wrong for them, and Argentina have got to swap into the defensive mindset quickly. And Holland now carrying it up. His first real carry of the game after that initial pass that threw and ended up hitting the post. Will be looking to do better as Argentina pin back now. New Zealand trying to probe these gaps, find where that space is going to open up as Will Jordan, always a dangerous try scorer on a field. You've got to keep your eyes out for him. They are loading up on there. Oh, and the referee comes in, says they're not going anywhere. It's actually a penalty going against Matera here for an offside. I'm not actually sure which ruck that was at. He was playing the advantage for a long time. Loose pass going to ground. Referee wants to just let them play on. Now, they could have taken the 3 here. Beauden Barrett says, no, 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 we want more. They're opting to go for the corner. They think they've got the opportunity here to maybe take something. Cody Taylor, of course, always a big carrier off the back of these mauls, and it's a 5-meter line out as they go long out the back, and it's well collected by Holland there as Beauden Barrett charging it up. Maybe not the man to have brought crash ball ferocity that they would have been looking for as Carriffy gets it out. Oh, it's a bit more of a loose pass, but is recovered by Geordie Barrett very well with the one-handed pickup there. Ratimer tries to go left as a sidestep coming in. They're trying to just bounce their way through the tackles. You have to say Argentina done very well here to regain a bit of territory. New Zealand all the way back now on this Argentinian 22, still struggling to find gaps in the defence. Except for this man here. Oh, and Beauden Barrett. Oh, and got the step back on the inside of Juan Cruz Malia. And Barrett goes over for New Zealand's first score of the game. The Argentinian defence has held up really well today. This was a nicer line, though. Just a little show and go. Cut back on the inside, and the Argentinian fullback left for dead on the 5-meter line. And it will draw the scores level. And Beauden Barrett, always a solid kicker of the ball. You'd have to say odds on in his favour to get this one through from here. And slots it through brilliantly. That will put New Zealand in the lead for the first time in this game. It's taken them half hour to get out there. There's 7 points to 5. What can Argentina answer back with? Beauden Barrett's been absolutely everywhere for the All Blacks today. That initial kick, of course, being able to find the grass and bounce into the 22 was what started it all off before that great steal at the lineout by Tupou Vaa'i was very, very good. Slow ball here, though, as it's got wrapped up potentially. I think that's Kramer in there. Ref says to use it, and they don't able to get it out. That is a good piece of work by Marcus Kramer, moving his way through the middle of the maul, and has wrapped him up. And it will give Argentina the scrum just inside the New Zealand half.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Cortez Ratimer keeping an eye in the background there, just on where these Argentinian backs is. We've seen it across many, many tests, how dangerous they can be when they can utilize these strike runs as it goes out from the fly-off out to his centres. Oh, Rodrigo Isgro trying to get around the outside. It's great cover tackle, though, coming in by Will Jordan, and back to his feet quickly to offer a bit of support there. Oh, it's not a great pass going in. Maybe got the call for the loop round the back, and the pass hasn't gone to hand, and it's bobbled into touch. That is a good win for New Zealand there. Will Jordan, what great work did he do to be able to get back? That felt like a try absolutely coming all day long by Rodrigo Isgro, but not to be, as Barrett this time gets in the air and able to secure that ball. Ratimer will opt for the box kick. Hasn't found touch. He's kept it in field, and it lands in the arms of Malia, who wasn't able to take that ball to hand on the last phase, and they'll charge it up, but they've gone... Oh, they tried to go for that inside pass this time, and Bowden Barrett read it like a champion. Able to get on there, but great work at the breakdown by Franco Molina to be able to get that turnover, just a bit isolated. It was good work, though, as Lucio Cinti, the try scorer, makes the break through, and who's with him now? He'll go for the little stab kick through. It hasn't worked for them, just a little bit off balance, maybe taking that kick, and Severiste does well to clean it up. Radimer once again, nearly charged down. I don't think he's realised the buzzer was just around the corner. He's kept that one in field. Surely would have gone for touch there and gone in at half-time in the lead as captain Julian Montoya runs into the double tackle of Fletcher Newell and Geordie Barrett there as Albornoz thinks there's room. Down on this wing, he's charging it on himself. He gets the pass out to the number 8, Oviedo, and not going to make the speedster run down the wing. Get a bit more pace around Will Jordan. A tough ask as Marcus Kramer, huge collision with Cody Taylor. You have to believe this will be the last opportunity for either team to take something from this game. And Argentina asking all sorts of questions there. That's a good handoff on Barrett, but Fletcher Newell doing so well at that breakdown. Able to just get his hands on the ball. And Radimer once again opts for this kick, and they've done extremely well. Oh, there's a high tackle coming in. Will Jordan, the saviour, earlier on in this first half, has just got in with a high shot there. Ref's having a word. The bunker don't believe it's going to be anything more than just a penalty. Could have been very lucky there to have not had a card, and this will give Argentina one last shot in it. They've turned down the 3, and they've decided instead a maul from the 5-metre line could be their way to go. As it lands in the hands there. Oh, there was some tricky work there by Molina. Trying to go for the grubber kick through. Incredible by the lock. It hasn't paid off for them. But it's, maybe a strike play that they weren't intending for in this game. But it's good work, and Argentina have one last opportunity as Pablo Matera charges it over. And Argentina will take the lead in the 50th minute of this first half. Who can believe it? You thought, for all intents and purposes, they were out clear. But one high tackle coming in just gave them the opportunity to move down the field. And Argentina move back into the lead. What a first half this one has been. It's Albornoz stepping this one up this time. And that's a better kick from him. It will be 12 points to 7 at half-time. Only one score in it. How important will that missed conversion by Albornoz have been earlier on in this half? Adi Sarveo will be one of these players looking to have words at half-time along with the coaches. A few of these New Zealand players won't be happy going in at half-time. Argentina versus New Zealand then. What a game this has been in the past, and today is no difference. 12 points to 7 at half-time. Coaches probably wanting to have words in a couple of different areas. Argentina struck first, though, through the hands of Lucio Cinti, making that earlier break through the line, causing all sorts of nuisance for this New Zealand defence, managing to nearly get over for the try, but great defence stopped him just on the line, but did result in an Argentinian scrum, and Lucio Cinti able to be the player who got rewarded off of the strike run from the back of the scrum. Missed conversion, though, coming in by Thomas Albornoz, striking it very wide, left the door open, and New Zealand able to take it. Bowden Barrett, who has been exceptional today with the kicking game, finding room in that backfield, putting Argentina under all sorts of pressure, able to get a kick right into the Argentinian 22, stolen at the line out, and Bowden Barrett was the man who was able to go over and convert his own try, meaning it was 7 points to 5. You thought maybe that could have been the score at halftime. Some great work by Fletcher Newell and Will Jordan defensively today, holding them up, but unfortunately that high tackle coming in, Argentina rolling the dice, kicking to corner, and able to get over Pablo Matera's try, converted by Thomas Albornoz, sets them up for a 12 point to 7 lead at halftime. Changes will be needed to be made. Defensive work for the New Zealand team. Maybe just want to be kicking to touch a little bit more and trying to get those exit clearances a little bit stronger. Let's see what shakes up in the second half. Coaches have had their team talks at halftime then. looking for the changes. Very interestingly, in that first half, 50% possession to both sides in that one, but the territory game is what made the difference. 63% territory going the way of Argentina, and you just got to play more of the game in the opposition half to make that turn into those points for you. As Argentina look to start where they've left off here, as Choco Perez charging it up. Will Jordan having to step in defensively once again just to try and shut him down, as Garcia goes to the kick over the top, but I think Will Jordan is able to get back for that one and call the mark. Maybe not the greatest decision in the world. Oh, bench players look like they're getting ready. Santiago Carreras coming on as Malia actually begins to hobble off. I actually wonder if maybe he had a knock at half-time and changes needing to be made there. As New Zealand will kick out for their line-out from the mark. Oh, sorry, from Argentina line-out, sorry. But this will be a big turning point in this game. Next team to score, you think, will be putting a big marker down on this game as Julian Montoya throws long. Argentina don't even leap for it as they just want to play for the maul. It doesn't come, and they go for that kick again as Severis takes that one in and calls the mark. Argentina maybe trying something slightly different here, looking for these kicks, looking to just ask questions on that New Zealand back three. They've been very good today getting back for that sweeping defence. The kick cover hasn't been tested necessarily that much, and Argentina obviously feel very, very confident in their line-out capabilities, as this time New Zealand not going in the air again for this one. They just want to keep men on the ground and just try and allow them the chance to be able to get onto the tackle rather than look for that driving maul, as once again Garcia goes to the high box kick there, and Will Jordan wrestled to the ground by the scrum half, and this time Radimer tries to answer with his own kick. It's turned into a slightly different game in this second half, a bit more of a kicking tennis match going on, as they shift left this time to Vivas. Good hands going through, and Choco Perez once again tries the slightly longer pass. Fletcher Newell stepping in. Defensive work good by the tight head prop there, as Argentina this time shift back towards this right-hand side. They've noticed some tired forwards in that midfield, and Pablo Matera, just runs through Will Jordan. Very, very slow at the breakdown, though, and that's superb work. I think that's actually Scott Barrett, getting in there for that turnover. Superb work, and Ratmer wants to go for this kick. It must have been a word from the coaches in this game to try and keep this ball in play as much as possible. New Zealand really haven't looked to find touch from any of these kicks, as Argentina once again go for it. But Carriffy somehow snipes the ball and throws a miracle pass out the back door. Manages to get away, and they're trying to play the loop around the back here, and Fletcher Newell, the big man's on the charge and gets the offload away. Inside to Proctor, who's got nobody in front of him, dives in and out, and he's still going, and they'll go all the way. It's a fabulous try by New Zealand. That is one of the best pieces of teamwork we've seen in a good while, just asking so many questions. Billy Proctor here, running people inside and out. Santiago Carreras just not sure which way to turn. And a great support line coming in by Cortez Ratimer. Maybe that's one of the reasons they've wanted to keep this ball on the field of play, try and tire out some of these brilliant Argentinian forwards, but the stamina will come into question as this game goes on. Keeping that ball in play as long as possible and backing your own fitness could be all important in this one, and Barrett will slot that one through to put New Zealand in the lead. 14 points to 12. That missed kick by Thomas Albornoz maybe scratching a few heads now as to whether that could be very, very important in this game. Well, the man in question will look to get us restarted once again, and this half feels like it's gone all the way of Los Pumas so far, but it's been very, very good work by New Zealand to just weather the storm and been able to build their own attack here. That's good work again, though, at the maul. I think once again they've got around that ball. They're struggling to get it out. The ref says to use it, and they've been held up once again, and Cody Taylor will be getting annoyed with his forwards, not able to get it to the back, not able to just get on the trundle a little bit sooner, and it's beginning to cause them some nuisance here as Will Jordan comes off. Damien McKenzie coming onto the field. Looks like he'll be slotting into fullback then as he runs through the scrum, obviously having a very quick passing word with his forwards. I'm sure they'll really appreciate some words of encouragement from the fullback in a scrum. Nothing that front rowers love more than backs giving their 2 cents when it comes to a bit of scrummaging work, as Argentina pick up the ball this time. He's actually running the wrong way this time. It's Gonzalez. Not really the way to go there. And Argentina got to try and build some sort of attack as they head left this time. And Lucio Cinti, he's had a good couple of runs today through this gap. Actually tries to give the pass away this time as they go left wing to Delgui. Shut down, though, by Jordy Barrett. Just trying to find where that space can open up. And this time it will go in the arms of Vivas. Shaken down. That's a great tackle. Coming in by Rico Ioane on a much larger man. Argentina still trying to chop their way through. As Cariffi, great chop tackle down at the legs of the opposite number on Kramer. And they've gone right this time, hoping to find the room. Fletcher Newell, what a game the tight head prop has had today for New Zealand. Really causing a lot of problems. And Argentina have gone for the drop goal. And it has gone over. Santiago Carreras could be the hero for Argentina here. Not going anywhere. Defense looking strong. And a great drop goal will put them in the lead. Beauden Barrett then to get this one restarted. Not a lot of time left on the clock. Only 1 point in this game. As it lands in the arms there of that man who scored the drop goal, Santiago Carreras. And it's going to be big questions now. Oh, it's a good charge down, though. It's Beauden Barrett once again. What a game he has had today. Getting the charge down on the box kick and pressure being applied back to Argentina now. That's a good pass on the outside to Proctor once again, who made that great break for the team try earlier on. They'll ship it towards this right-hand side. Oh, that time as Damien McKenzie says, whatever you can do, I can do it better. And takes his own drop goal. And it's 17 points to 15. This is turning into a thriller. As Argentina, all from that charge down box kick by Beauden Barrett, are now put under huge pressure. Once again, the clock now against them. As Albornoz kicks this one long downfield into Ardi Sarvea. And Fletcher Newell taking it a couple of extra meters. It's good work there as Radimer this time knows territory's going to be important here. Got to keep him away from the post. That's a good shot by the drop goal scorer, Damien McKenzie. On a large man there is Choco Perez once again asking questions. And Damien McKenzie has to sweep back to make the tackle. Argentina ship it left, and there could be numbers out here as Picardo onto the field, fresh legs, charging all the way, great cover tackle coming in by Ardi Sarvea. When you want the veterans to step up, there's one man you can rely on, but this time, Choco Perez gets it over, and Matera goes over to celebrate with him. This is turning into absolute chaos. What a line! Coming in there by Matera and great hands to give it away. And Choco Perez dives it over. Meaning we're at a 3-point game. As Albornoz will step up. All eyes on the fly half. He missed one earlier on. Can he keep his nerve? As he steps it up. And does. It goes straight through the middle. It's a 5-point game. 3 minutes left on the clock. You'd have to believe New Zealand have got to look for the try here. Nothing else will do. Beauden Barrett, potentially for the final restart of this game. They need a good kickoff. They've gone long. That's a big call into the arms of Santiago Carreras, and Argentina slowed it down here. They're trying to play out towards this left-hand side. Oh, it's not a great pass, though. What on earth are they playing at? And Radimer jumps straight onto it. And we will end this game in the Argentinian 22 as Cariffi gets a breakthrough and manages to get the offload to Ethan de Groot. Oh, that's superb work by Delgado, managing to get over the ball. And Rodrigo Isgro goes for the kick out. Hasn't found touch, though. And Rico Ioane does incredible work to remain in field. And Patrick Tuipulotu, new onto the field, got to make the impact right at the end of this game. onto the field as they'll try and shift it up towards this right-hand side. Fletcher Newell, how busy has that boy been today? They've had to request he stayed on the entire game. And they'll go out towards this left-hand side. Scott Barrett, the defensive work by Argentina is just brutal right now. As Damien McKenzie, finds a gap through the middle. Gonna have support with him. Argentina defensive line looking a little bit shaky out there as Rico Ioane gets wrapped up on the touchline. The point's not on their side, of course. And they've been able to get through. It's the captain, Julia Montoya, stepping up for his team. And Argentina will kick this one off in the 90th minute. It's been an absolute cracker today. What a match. It could have gone either way. Drop goals, tries, conversions being missed. We had the lot today. It is Argentina who come out just on top, though. And what a great start to this Rugby Championship. Of course, these two teams will be facing each other once again next week in the rematch. Let's see if New Zealand can bounce back. Do you think this could be a similar result to something we could be seeing on the weekend in the real-life game? Or do you think New Zealand can come away with a win away in Argentina? Let me know down in the comment sections, guys. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.